Between these iconic hedges, the field where some of college football's greats have called home. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, where these fans are ready to turn the dogs loose. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Polligan, Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Auburn's offense takes the field to start this game off. This rivalry is intense, guys, but with all of the connections between the two, it's more like a family feud more so than a bitter war.
And for example, about the connections, Reese, how about Vince Dooley, longtime Georgia coach? He went to Auburn. How about great player Pat Dye, All-American at Georgia, coaches at Auburn? The connections are real. The rivalry is real.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Makes the grab. It's Hunter.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Second down now after the sack. Back to throw, it's Thorne. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
That's why, as a defense, it's so important to win early downs. You win first and second down, you set up third and long. Now you can pin your ears back and get after the QB.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Looking for a block. It's Evans. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Bulldogs offense has its first opportunity of the day. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back, and this defensive end can put him there often.
So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football, early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Wide out in motion. Back to throw. It's Beck. Gets open down the middle. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Back to the air one more time. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. He's looking to throw. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. They got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things up with a dart from 24 yards out. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Quarterback on the keeper. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Takes the handoff. It's Hunter. Oh, it's out. Oh, and he gets it back. A fortunate turn of events. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Getting some heat.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Slips through the line. Touchdown, Dogs! And the special teams, that's always a momentum builder. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. They'll go right back to the run. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Trying to make magic with his feet. The #1 job is to protect their quarterback, and they did not.
They did not. But my number one job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, get in the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can, as many hits as possible on these quarterbacks.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Dropping back, it's Beck. This time he's got it. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. After moving the sticks with the pass, here we are on first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Man, you know, you always look back in games at single plays that turn the tide. And with this defense now trailing by 2 possessions, if they could have just caught the ball and gotten that pick, that potentially changes everything in this game. That was a missed opportunity.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
At the 20, he's got space. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Georgia!
This offense right now, they are doing some damage through the air. That's now their second passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Trailing by 3 touchdowns, if you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when 3-time All-American David Pollack played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
Washed-up old guy. I've heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant defenses, Man, it's just big, physical guys up front. You think about the Jordan Davises and the Trayvon Walkers of the recent past, just guys that dominate a football game. You have to know where they're at on every snap.
Got a man in the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Auburn lines up quickly. Dropping back, it's Thorne. Coming after him. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him, and sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Bringing it back, it's Evans. And the returner will be brought down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Makes a connection. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. On the return, it's Evans. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. The Bulldogs pulled one out of the fire and beat Auburn in a close one the last time these two met.
Yeah, it was a really good one in the Deep South Aldous Rattle. We've seen so many great games in this matchup, and that was one of them. But Georgia came away with it, and Auburn got to think about that for a whole year.
Another incompletion on third down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He lets it fly. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop. On first down, here comes this offense. Back to pass, it's Thorne. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. He's looking for an open man on second down. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. A little screen to the running back.
Great job on defense. They did their film study. On third down, they're trying to dial up the screen, see if they can get these pass rushers way up the field, but no can do. They get a tackle for loss on the play, now setting up fourth.
He'll bring it back. It's Evans. He's got great speed. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lovett. He is down at the one. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Here's first and goal, and a touchdown here might put this thing out of reach by halftime. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be second down.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
They got Zippo zilch on the last play. Now it's third and goal from the 1. They'll run it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard punt. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Got it set up on the outside. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Now facing a third and long. Movement here from the tight end. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he intercepts it. He'll try to take it back. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia! Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.